everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new around here, welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I do appreciate all of you guys being here. We are a family of 5. It's myself, my husband, my teenage daughter, and my 2 young boys. We are trying to achieve something called FIRE. So if you ever heard of that term around the finance community, that stands for financial independence, retire early. We were trying to retire in about 5 years from like the 9 to 5. So my husband and I can really start our own side businesses and do the things that we want to do. We want to work for ourselves versus working for somebody else, and that takes capital. You really have to save up some money to really get yourself started and to support your current lifestyle while you are in those early retirement years. So that is why we are trying to hustle and grind and really make our money work for us right now. For us, growing our money is a form of self-care. It's just how we view it, and we love seeing our money continue to grow and compound for us. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, you want to know more about beginner investing, check out all of my playlists right here. We can go back and take a look at our real numbers. I'll take you through our journey. I teach you about beginner investing tips and tricks and different account types so that you can achieve whatever your financial goals are. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and join us. So we're going to be doing our passive income update for the month of March, which I will share towards the end of this video, but I'm actually going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to take you through the dividend payouts we received for the different companies. Now, remember guys, we track about 4 of our accounts. Now we have a bunch of them that we get dividends in throughout the year, but I'm trying to really track 4 specific accounts just for like liquidity and just so that I love tracking it as well. And it helps us to stay conservative, but I really try to track 4 of our accounts to show you guys that, number one, if you have a really good plan, you're diligent, you're focused, and you're consistent with your investing, your money will grow. Whether you invest $5 or $100 or $1,000 a month, you just have to be consistent, and small wins equal big wins. So I'm going to take you in our different accounts, and I'm going to talk to you about some of the dividend payments that we received. Keep in mind, dividends is one of the strategies we are using for financial independence. Now, we really are heavily focused right now on the FI part of FIRE, so financial independence, because I mean, come on, right? If you could be self-reliant, if you don't have to really worry about what the government is going to do because you have like a solid nest egg, a good arsenal right behind you, I'm telling you guys, there's no feeling like it, okay? And we are about 40.22% towards our $3 million goal, okay? So if you don't know what that I'm talking about, we have a goal to reach $3 million for early retirement. We are at about 1.2, a little over 1.2 million. If you want to know more details about our net worth, check out this video right here. And if you want to know more about our goals for 2022, we had one big goal, and that was to increase our net worth by $1 million. Check out this video as well so that you can get a little bit of deets and get caught up to this kind of strategy that we are tackling. So I'm in my Robinhood account. You will see it up on your screen, So in our Robinhood account, we received 10 paychecks or 10 dividends. Now, this is what I really love, and this is the strategy that I have been using lately as we have been building up our current positions. So being an owner and a consumer is a great thing, right? Every time you stop somewhere, you buy it. That's really, really good if you are starting out and you're trying to get used to investing, used to the stock market. But where you really make the money is when you build up your positions, because what that means is that when a dividend comes around, your payout is much bigger. So sometimes less is more in this instance, is that when you start to learn more about investing, build up your current shares, especially in those positions where they pay out dividends, build those positions up so that you can get bigger payouts. That's the secret to how we're able to, increase our dividends the way that we do. So let's go back and take a look here. So March 1st, we received a dividend from Aflac. We received $12.47 in dividends. That is because we had 31.17 shares. We received 40 cents per share. And so for a total, we received $17.47 from Aflac. They are an insurance company, one of the stocks that are like under the radar. They're not like sexy like Apple, but the company is good. They've been around for a long time. Next is Pfizer. So we have 25 shares that we were paid in Pfizer. We received 40 cents per share in Pfizer for a total of $10 in Pfizer, and that was paid on March 4th. Next is a dividend from Amcor. So Amcor is another really good under the radar type of company. We have 42 shares. We received 12 cents per share for a total of $4 of $5.04 for a dividend. All of our dividends were reinvested back into the position. Okay, guys. Next is one of my favorite dividend companies. This is Realty Income. I talked about this company in detail over on Patreon, and we love this company so much that we have 100 shares of it over in Interactive Brokers. We have shares of it here. And this is the company that we have selected for our April $1 a day investing challenge. Just a quick recap. If you don't know what that is, if you're new to the channel, what we do is we've been doing this for 7 consecutive months. So basically you all vote on a company and an ETF. I teach you about what a stock is, what a fund is, whatever the majority picks in terms of a company for that month. That is our stock pick. You invest $1 a day for the month. So in April, there's 30 days. So you can invest when you get paid. You can invest at the end of the month. You can invest $1 every day. The idea is that at the end of April, you want to have at least $30 ready to invest. You will put half of that $30 into the stock that we pick and the other half into the fund that we pick. This is a way to help you to start to invest, to get used to it, and that you don't need a whole lot of money, right? To start building your assets up. This is very important. So with Realty Income, in this particular account, we had 46.30 shares at the time. These are the positions we had when these dividends were paid. We have more Realty Income in this particular portfolio right now. We have over 50 shares of it. But again, it's about how much shares you have when the dividend actually get paid. So as you can see, on March 15th, we have 46.30 shares. We received 24 cents per share for a total of $11.41 from Realty Income. Next is Main Street Capital. They also pay every month, just like Realty Income. We had 21.11 shares. We received 21 cents per share for a total of $4.54 per share. Next is Arbor Realty Trust. This is another REIT. So Main Street is a REIT and Realty Income is a REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust. So we had 15 shares. They paid out 37 cents per share. We received $5.55 per share for that dividend for the month of March. Next is Prospect Capital. We had 10 shares. We received 6 cents per share for a total of 60 cents we received from that. Next is Bank of America, a really, really good company Bank of America is. We had 21.07 shares. We received 21 cents per share for a total of $4.41. So it's nice going through all these paychecks because it's interesting to see how you literally get paid for doing nothing, right? Crazy. British Petroleum, which is BP. I love this company. We have 51.31 shares at the time this was paid out. Amount per share was 32 cents. For a total of $16.55 we received as a dividend from BP. And lastly, in our Robinhood, we received an extra dividend from Main Street Capital. So sometimes these companies will pay you an extra dividend when they're feeling really good or something happens specific in the company. And so as an investor, I love this. I love when we get little surprises like this. And so we received an extra dividend payment for Main Street Capital at the end of March for $1.88. That was on 25.11 shares, and we received 7 cents per share, like I said, for a total of $1.88. So what did we do with all of this? Get it reinvested back into the position, guys. So if you've been following along with us and doing the math, that means for the month of March in our Robinhood account, we received $73.47 in dividends. Moving on to our Interactive Brokers account. Now, this is a growth stock and fund portfolio, but we do get some dividends paid out. Next, we have NVIDIA, which paid out 40 cents. So they pay 4 cents per share. We currently have 10 shares. And so we received our 40 cents and it was reinvested back into the position. Next we have is Target. So we currently have 50 shares of Target in our Interactive Brokers account. They currently pay 90 cents per share. So that's actually a really good dividend. And I'm a really, really big fan of Target. And they paid us $26.10 as a dividend for the month of March. Next, we have Realty Income. So we have it over here in our growth portfolio as well. We currently have 100 shares. It pays out monthly. They pay out 24 cents per share, like we mentioned in our Robinhood portfolio. So that means for the month of March, we received $24.65 in dividends in our Interactive Brokers account. And last but certainly not least is our Charles Schwab Dividend ETF. So we have that over in our Interactive Brokers account as well. They do pay quarterly. And we have 125 shares that we had when that dividend was invested. when that dividend was paid. So we received 61 cents per share for a total of $64.70 we received in a dividend and SCHD in our Interactive Brokers account. So when you do all the math for that, that means in our Interactive Brokers account for the month of March, we received a whopping $118.95 in dividends. So let's talk about the dividends we received for the month of March. In our M1 Finance account, we received 5 dividend payments. So let's come to the Vanguard Communications ETF, or VOX. We received 7 cents for that. Moving down to the Vanguard Consumer Staples ETF, which is VDC, that's the ticker symbol. We received $1.05 for that. And VTI, which is a great fund, we received $2.69 in that. And again, you'll see everything up on the screen. And then for the Vanguard Healthcare ETF, we received 76 cents in that. And then finally, for the Vanguard Financials ETF, we received 11 cents for that as a dividend. So again, with this investing challenge, you should also be receiving dividends. So let me know if you are participating in the $1 a day investing challenge and if you have gotten your dividends so far. Okay. So for the total for our M1 Finance account, we received $5.76 in dividends. And then the last account that we do track, now remember we have 15 accounts, but we only track these specific accounts for like liquidity purposes. So in our Webull account, we only received 1 dividend for the month of March, and that was for Walgreens for a total of $1.91. So let's add up our total dividends for these specific accounts, and you will see this in our passive income tracker towards the end of this video. We received a whopping, 209 cents. Okay, that is amazing. $200.09 for the month of March. Now, we also received a dividend payout in our HSA account. We received dividend payout in our Roth IRA because we have Old Realty Income invested over there too, and Charles Schwab is invested over there too. So we received a dividend payout for that. We received a dividend payout in our SEEP IRA accounts. But again, I'm just documenting these specific accounts. So it's really amazing to see $200 in 1 month from dividends and just these little bit of accounts. Passive income, guys, passive income. So I know a lot of you have asked me about the strategy we use to buy our dividends, like how, the who, the what, the why. So I'm going to bring you into that specific spreadsheet. And then from there, I will share our passive income for the month of March. Because I want to show you guys the strategy, how we do this, how we're able to build up our dividend streams so quickly. Okay, so I'm going to take you to that spreadsheet, and then we're going to talk about our overall passive income and then close out the video. Okay, so let's go on over to that spreadsheet. All right, guys, so we are here in our dividend spreadsheet. Now, I created this spreadsheet so that I could have a simple way to track our dividends and the strategy we use behind investing in our dividends. This will tell me what company to invest in because I can almost project. Now, you're probably thinking, Shalise, girl, this is not simple, but it is pretty simple because you guys know I have a bunch of spreadsheets, but I track our numbers so closely. Number one, because if this money was at a bank or at an investment firm, they would do the same thing. So I treat our money like a corporation would. So I track everything. So you can see I have the account type right here, like Robinhood, Interactive Brokers, and so on. Then I have the company in this column here, the frequency that the company or the fund pays their dividend, the current shares we have, our goal share amount. So if you want a tracker that's easy to do this, I have a stock builder tracker up on the website that I know a lot of you use. That is the easier method than the spreadsheet, because I know sometimes spreadsheets can be overwhelming. You have the sector here. So this is really important to be diversified. The amount per share that this particular company or fund pays, and the dividend yield. So as you can see, this is how I track it down to answer that question about how do I know which companies to invest in for that particular month. So this is what I love about this tracker that I created. I can actually track it for the entire year. And this is what I do. I say, okay, for the month of April, I have $500 that I want to invest in dividend companies in my Robinhood account. So I'm going to go back in the past and I'm going to say, because most dividends pay out quarterly, I'm looking at everything that was paid out in February to be paid out in May. So that means, okay, I'm going to take my money that I have for this month and I'm going to invest in companies that paid out a dividend in February because they will be paying out their same dividend again in May. So let's see if we come over a little bit so we can see the company in February. That means CVS paid out a dividend. That means Main Street paid out a dividend, but they pay out every month, as you can see here. Old Realty Income, they pay out every month as well. Verizon pays out and will pay out in May as well. So these are the companies that I'm going to be looking at. OKE, which is ONEC, that's a gas company. They're going to be paying out in May as well. So the strategy that I use is that I'm going to be putting our money in these particular companies so that I can get a bigger dividend payout come May. I hope that made sense to you guys. And just do it like that. And it's really, really simple. And that's why I put right here the frequency of the dividend. So if I know this pays out quarterly, like CVS, I know that CVS paid out in February. So CVS is going to pay out again in May. So that means in April, the money that I have allotted to invest, I'm going to be putting some in CVS, because when that dividend pays out in May, I want to be able to get a higher payout dividend. Okay. That's just a simple strategy that I use to build up our current positions. Okay. This is very important. So I'm not going to go over all this because you can see it right here. Like I said, you can come back to this video, share the video out if you have family and friends. If you want to know how to track your portfolio or build a simple spreadsheet, you can use this or just purchase it from the website and just, be able to input all of your information in. You would just put in CVS, how often it pays, things like that, your current shares, really just personalize it for your specific need. So as I said all of that, let's head on over to our passive income tracker for the month of March. All right, guys, so we are here in our passive income tracker. I'm going to move my face up. And so we are here for the month of March. Okay. And I do like this tracker because, again, I like to see the data. I'm just a numbers person. So we have, for the month of March, we have our first rental at $1,800. We have our second rental at $1,645. You will see this number go up for the month of April. So we did increase that rent a little bit. We had to. Property tax go up, homeowners insurance go up, everything goes up, and we pass that cost to the tenant. Next is our dividend payout for the month of March. So if you add up all of the information that I just gave you at the beginning of this video, that's $219.54 in total dividends in all of those accounts we talked about. Next is our first side hustle, which is MT. We made $224. We are down quite a bit because I gave out that free Beat Inflation tracker. Over 150 of you downloaded. I usually charge $5 for my tracker, so you guys can do the math. I would have made a lot more, but I wanted to really give something back to all of you who support me. And I do appreciate all of you who continued to book sessions with me, who continue to purchase the investing challenge, just pouring back into, a small owned business by a woman of color, really pouring back and lifting me up. So thank you to everyone who made a purchase up on my website. I really do appreciate it. Next is YouTube. I'm going down too much. Next is YouTube. So we did not make the $100 threshold. One of my videos, I think, was unmonetized because I said like the C word in it, which I've been really trying to avoid saying certain buzzwords because YouTube will demonetize one of your videos. And I'm not talking about like cursing or anything, but like the panorama and things like that. You can't say certain words in your videos. Otherwise, they will demonetize it, which sucks. But I'm learning as I'm continuing on this journey. So $89.11, but we did meet the threshold. We well met it for the month of April, and you guys will see that when we do get that paycheck. Moving on to Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee. Again, another way to support the channel for pouring into your sis. Thank you to all of you. I mean, you Investy Besties are amazing. I received $111.78. So thank you so much for pouring into me. All of the information for my website, for Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, all of that, my referrals is down in the description box to all of my videos. Next is any referrals we received for the month of March. So, and I forgot to put that number there. So let me pause this and put that number there. Guys, I'm back. I don't know how I forgot to put that in, but we received in total referrals $311.08. So that's M1 Finance, that's Robinhood, that's Fetch, that's Coinbase. Again, when you are interested in opening up any of the accounts you see me talk about, like Robinhood, M1 Finance, if you want Fetch Rewards, which is just you scan all of your grocery receipts, even bank receipts, gas station, and you can get points for gift cards. All of that stuff, we received $311.08. So thank you so much. cash back. We did receive a lot more for the month of March. That was $285. So when we get our appraisal, we got the appraisal for the cash out refi. We got an inspection. We were able to pay on our card. We paid the card off, but we were able to get that cash back, which is great. Then we have interest on our emergency fund and things like that, $13.50. That's a little bit higher because we did receive the cash out refi. So we got like $72,000 in cash sitting over there. So that's why. And again, look, $72,000 in cash, $13.50 in interest. That alone is why you should invest, okay? No money in surveys. I don't even know why I have this. I just have not had the time to do surveys on the go. Rakuten, $7.96. And then other gifts from family and friends, $15, or just extra little payouts, $15. So the total for March in terms of passive income was $4,721.07, which I think is pretty good, a little lower. But like I said, a lot of that was due to the free tracker that I gave out during the month of March that I probably could have made like a good $350 on. But it was my pleasure to do it and to really help you guys to really build up your assets, okay, to beat inflation. All right. So that is the video. I know that we went a little longer. Let me scroll down a little bit because you guys know I have to do this. Scroll down so you can see our chart here, which is great. I love seeing the visuals. So we can see that we're down a little bit for the month of March, but that's okay. We're going to come on over to this little chart that I created. This is not supposed to say, it's supposed to say passive income, but that's okay. We're not editing out because, you know, we make edits. Nobody's perfect. So I just love to see this quick, like how much we've made so far this year. So the first quarter is over. So in terms of passive income, we made $15,420.02. If I come over again, I have another little chart. You guys know I'm the chart person. I'm the chart queen. Okay. I love charts. So we have our 2022 passive income goal was $75,000. Our current passive income we received is $15,420.02. That means our current percent is 20.56 towards our goal of $75,000. And the amount remaining we have to get to that goal is $59,579.98. So we're really doing good with our passive income, guys. We're just building up our dividends, also that we can retire early. So 5 years is going to come really fast, guys. And so we're just putting everything, all of our ducks in a row so that we can really build up our wealth and be able to do the things that we want to do in life. So that's the video, guys. If you need more one-on-one help, I do offer private consulting sessions. So I have 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and 1 hour. So again, guys, if you need extra help in a private space, you want to share your screen with me so that I can see what you're looking at, I'm more than happy to do that. And you can go to my website, mt1finance.com, to do that. And don't forget, if you are doing the $1 a day investing challenge, we are investing in Realty Income and the Vanguard Real Estate ETF. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the little bell notification button so that you don't miss an upload. Follow me over on Instagram. Information is down below. And until next time, you guys already know, I'll see you in the next one. Okay. Have a good one. Bye-bye.